Good evening, everybody. On behalf of the Indian section, I welcome you all to our Friday evening study class. Before beginning, let us all join together in the universal invocation. O hidden light, vibrant in every atom. O hidden light, shining in every creature. O hidden love, embracing all in oneness. May each who feels himself as one with thee know he's also one with every other. So today we continue the thing that we had started last week, which was the article written in the Theosophist by Eliphas Levi. It was first, the last one was on death. Today's topic is Saturn, and our speaker, well known and respected by all, Pradip ji, will be enlightening us. The text is very difficult to read. So it's a little short but very hard text. So I'm looking forward to his explanation. Thank you so much, sir. Most welcome.
Thank you, Vimalji, and all are welcome for today's evening program. So we'll start with a short meditation and followed by the gist of the last week class. So let us invoke the blessings of great ones, great rishis who are behind the Theosophical Society, guiding the humanity as well as helping the humanity. In this particular letters, actually it was an article written by Eliphas Levi, and Mahatma given some notings in the margins as well as made some underline points also, and Blavatsky also given some notes as editor in the Theosophist 1881 October issue. So let us be silent with a short prayer of Sadgurus or masters. Om Gurur Brahma Gurur Vishnu Guru Deva Maheshwara Guru Sakshat Param Brahma Tasmai Sri Guruve Tasmai Sri Guruve Tasmai Sri Guruve. So today it is the second part of the article, and we will go through that portions of article in which our Blavatsky given a lengthy notes, and in between the great teacher, as usual, he was watching the total letters, total articles. So he made some comments in the margin of that article. Not only in the margin of the article of Levi, Alice Levi, but in the notes given by Blavatsky, Master also underlines some persons. So what I am going to present is that the notes, to me, which is more important, I made it bold and also little curly, and also marked in yellow colors. So in order to give or highlighting the points which I am going to present. So let us start with my presentation, part 2, and it will follow on next, after a long, there will be a gap of say about 8 to 10 days because of coming of World Theosophical Congress. Yes. So today I am going to present the second part. And second part also equally important because it is relating to uh, passing of the physical body, death. And in the death, what is going to happen? And here, last class, there are some important points which I am going to present in the next slide. Just be attentive, and in between each sentence, we will pause for a 7 to 8 seconds and just think over what what are the views of masters Blavatsky and Alice Belly. Death is a necessary dissolution of imperfect combinations. We are all worried about the death of the physical body. Here, Mahatma mentioned his comments of Mahatma in the article that death is necessary dissolution of imperfect combinations. Means death means your astral body, then a lower mental with all the four principles. So it will dissolve, which is imperfect, not perfect. So let us observe 7 to 8 minutes, seconds. What is the imperfect dissolution of imperfect combination? Death means that. Then second important point, all who have lived upon the earth live there still in a new exemplars of their types. So those who live here, particularly in the Mahatma Letters, Mahatma mentioned several times, after a few hours, say, or few days or few years, depending upon our unselfish work in the mundane world, we will move immediately to the devotion or mental world, or we can say Shwarga, depending upon our unselfish work, we will move to Devachan. So all who have lived upon the earth live there still in new exemplars of their types. Means in a new format they will live there. Imagine. Then another third point, our souls, Atman, monad, whatever name we give it, our soul as it were a music bodies, as it is a music, bodies are the instrument. So music is there, then there are bodies. So without bodies, spirit cannot manifest, and without spirit, body also have no value. So two things are there: spirit and matter, spirit and body. So here, spirit is looks like Levi explained, spirit is like a music and bodies are the instruments. Fourth point, the immaterial. I bracketed it spirit or Atman. Spirit for foreigners, Westerners, Atman for us. The immaterial can neither be conceived nor grasped. Everybody must be aware of. The immaterial, not material. Immaterial means our own spirit or Atman within us. We cannot conceive it. Conceive means with a three-dimension uh, length, breadth, height. We cannot conceive a particular. You can conceive a tree. You can conceive a mountain or a human being. But without instrument, without bodies, we cannot conceive a Atman or spirit, nor grasp. So it's a very interesting thing. Immaterial spirit or Atman within bracket can neither be conceived nor grasped. Then fifth important point, divinity means we can say God or divine, whatever name we can say, Allah, Ishvara. They have not imposed anything upon man, not even existence. Just meditate it. Divinity imposes nothing upon man, not even existence. It means we are already part of the divinity. It also means that when we became the part, we on our own in a divine plan, Atma Gita it is meant, so we came out of divinity, being a part of it. It is on our own way we came out. So divinity imposes nothing upon man that you be a divine, you be do everything, not even existence. You see, this is a very, very complicated, abstruse philosophical test. Divinity imposes nothing upon man, not even existence. Then, last but one, man has a right to withdraw himself even from the divine goodness. Man has right to withdraw himself even from the divine goodness. Just pause for a second, meditate for 5 seconds. Man means you have a right to withdraw from divine goodness. Then what will you be? If you have no morality, no goodness, righteousness, then you will be a devil. So it is given, option is given to you that you have the right to withdraw himself. If you don't like to be a divine person, it is up to you. Up to you can be a you can be a devil, you can be a many words are there for a devil. Then God precipitates no one into hell. If there is a hell, if there is a Hindus say there are many places. After death, man will go there to face the consequences of their karma. So God precipitates no one into hell. भगवान किसी को हेल मीन्स हेल को नहीं देता है. So it is it is we by our karma in mundane world we are preferring hell to go to hell. So God is no way sending us to hell. Then there is a Devachan kingdom. After the death, man will go into that. So, Devachan kingdom is divided into 7 parts. 4, the below 4 are divided into, below 4 are Rupa. Rupa subplane, I marked it in yellow with red. Then upper is a mark as Arupa. So, the moment a Atman, a spirit, or a man without his physical and astral body entered into the Sarga, entered the Devachan or Sargalok or mental world. So where he will reach first, depending upon his work at a lower kingdom, it means physical world. So first stage is 7th subplane or the lowest heaven. 7th subplane or the lowest heaven. It is known as Rupa subplane. Unselfish affection from for family and friends. We will find there are many peoples who are unselfish. Affect is a repetition. Unselfish affection for family and friends. They will, after maybe either few hours or few days, depending upon their work, they have preferred for the Kama Loka. So they will immediately move to Sharga, the lowest place, because they have affection for their family and friends. So they entered into the lowest, that is the 7th subplane, the lowest heaven. Then next is 6th subplane, the 2nd heaven. 6th subplane of the 2nd heaven. It is anthropomorphic religious unselfish devotion. Anthropomorphic religious unselfish devotion. There are crores and crores people, humanity. They are worshippers of a different religious, having different figures. Those figures are known as anthropomorphic religious, but they are also unselfish devotion. Unselfish, there is no selfishness in their devotion. So they are coming under the 6th subplane, lowest of the 6th. It is known as 2nd heaven. Then we will go to the third. Third is the 5th subplane, the 3rd heaven. There you will find a peculiar type of human beings. Unselfish devotion, kindly see the difference between 2nd and 3rd. Unselfish devotion expressing itself in action work, going into the world to work for him. Unselfish devotion for the religion, and this devotion to religion converted into service for the same religious people. Suppose Mother Teresa, how devoted she is for the Christianity, and how she was serving the Christian people, not only Christian people, but the humanity, going into the world to work for them. So those who are coming on the third heaven. Then fourth heaven, the Rupa levels, fourth heaven is coming under the unselfish. Fourth heaven is the last heaven. Fourth subplane, the fourth heaven, unselfish pursuit of spiritual knowledge. Unselfish pursuit of spiritual knowledge, high philosophical of scientific thought, literary work, artistic ability expressed for unselfish purposes and services. So those are coming under the fourth subplane or the fourth heaven. So these are the planes in the Devachanic plane. It is there in the theosophical book, Devachan, written by Dada C. Lidwitter. Of course, he collected from Mahatma Letter and Shikre Doctrine, but somehow or other he streamlined it in perfectly in Devachan and also mental all. And I collected, keeping it relevance of the subject today. So we'll go to the next slide. This is another interesting, the Arupa Sarga. You know the Arupa Sarga, there are no figure, no dimension of a physical, astral, mental, Rupa, nothing. It is a invisible world. So the lowest of the Arupa, Devachan, that is a fifth heaven, lowest Arupa subplane. All illusions are now past. There is no illusion. Even first, second, third, fourth, there are some kind of illusions. But here, no illusion. Each soul now knows his own royal nature. Each soul now knows his own royal nature as the true immortal man. It is said about 60,000 millions of souls are there. In the lowest of Arupa, fifth heaven, there are, it is said that 60,000 millions of souls are there. So, means there are no illusion. You will know what is your real nature. And being a true immortal man, you will know what is your position, what is your activities, what should you do. Then second subplane, the sixth heaven, Arupa subplane, souls deliberately aiming at spiritual growth live in this subplane and would be largely influenced from the planes above them. So here, those who are highly developed souls will reach there. They will enhance their spiritual growth, getting guidance from the up, means higher planes like intuition and athenic planes, and the inhabitants of that planes they will get. Then last, another interesting is last subplane is the first subplane or the seventh heaven. It is mentioned that the most glorious place for the humanity to stay there. Souls, means Atman, dwell none but with masters. Who are there in the seventh heaven, the last of the heaven of the last plane, the masters and their initiated disciples are there. So masters are in their body, invisible body, so also initiates those who have on their own, they have left the physical body, they are also there. So You will see this is the Devachan kingdom which Mahatma mentioned, and Brother Lidbitter also given in a hint in a theosophical text. So today we will go to the real study. Here they will mark there is a wording Satan, you can say. Satan is the he is the end of infinitely emancipated. Who is Satan? He will to be like a God of which he is the opposite. God is the hypothesis necessary to reason. Satan is the hypothesis necessary to unreason asserting itself as a free will. The underline is in the text. It is made by the master himself. So let me complete the whole slide. It is a point is 14 is there. Then Mahatma mentioned to be immortal within bracket 15 in good, one must identify oneself with the God. To be immortal in evil with a shaitan. You can say shaitan. These are the two poles of the world of souls. Two poles means North Pole, South Pole. Two poles. One is a divinity, another is a devil. One is a spirit, another is a matter. So these are the God, Mahatma here mentioned, God and Satan are the two poles of the world of souls. So among us, one group of soul will go to the devil side, extreme material side, or side of the souls of those who are in a Satan side. Between these two poles, the vegetables, two poles vegetate and die without remembrance of a useless person of mankind. Another interesting fact here mentioned. Then we will go to the next editor side. Let us go to the important point of 14. 14 is Satan, we can say, Satan, the hypothesis necessary to unreason, asserting itself as a free will. Let me give in an example. Suppose there is a light. Unless there is darkness, you cannot recognize this light is light. So you require darkness to know the light. You require Satan to know the divine or God. So here Mahatma mentioned God is the hypothesis necessary to its reason. Satan is a hypothesis necessary to unreason asserting itself as a free will. Paragraph 14 is in between. That which I have marked with a red pencil, Mahatma mentioned here in the note with a bold letter, that which I have marked with a red pencil are all seeming contradiction, but they are not. This is a wording of master case. It is seeming contradiction, but they are not. Means the bold letters he has written and the underline also he made it. So God is the hypothesis, is a necessary to reason. Satan is a hypothesis necessary to unreason. Very just after the class of her, you just meditate. God is the hypothesis of necessary. God is required. Satan means those who are in the material side, their presence is necessary. Dark process is necessary. To be immaterial, to be immortal, point number 15, immortal in good, one must identify oneself with God. To be immortal, amaratva. To become amaratva, you will be one with a God. At the feet of Master Mahatma mentioned that to know the evolution, those who are on the side of God, they are on our side. So here Mahatma mentioned, to be immortal in good, one must identify oneself with God. To be immortal, to immaterial in evil, to be immortal in evil, you will be with the Satan. These are the two poles of the world of soul, North Pole, South Pole, two poles of the world of souls. Between these two poles, vegetate and die without remembrance the useless person of mankind. There are crores of crores humanity are perished. Perished means annihilated, no, not existence. So they have no remembrance. So between the extreme two pole in the God side and in the devil side, there are, he says, vegetate and die without remembrance the useless portions of the mankind. So we'll go to the next slide. That Blavatsky comment means comment. It is a continuous of the Mahatma comment. Yes. As a rule, 15. As a rule, hermetists, when using the word immortality, limit its duration from the beginning to the end of the minor cycle. There are many pralayas, there are many big pralaya, small pralaya, and root races, sub races, and many pralaya minor, there's a minor cycle. The deficiencies of their respective languages cannot be visited upon them. One could not well say semi-immortality. Means those who are uh, between two poles, extreme divinity and materialism. So those you cannot say it is semi-immortality. The ancient means the very old philosopher, they will say, Panamic called it eternity. From the words, all our nature and a period of time which had no definite limit except for the initiates. Except for the initiate, the Dikshit, they can calculate the period of existence. See, the dictionaries and ion is the period of time during which a person lives, the period during which the universe endures. The mini cycles where a universe will endure, will continue, will exist, and then there will be pralaya, that is known as the mini cycles, and the period in which a human being will come, take birth, passed on to next planes, living his physical body, emotional body, then enter into the Shorgala. So all these things are there mentioned, only Mahatma tried to mention about the poles and two poles between two poles. So here we will come to the Mahatma notings and the last means of that 15. And also the eternity. It was a mystery word and was purposefully held. So Mahatma, most of the uh, points in a Mahatma letter, it is not explained exhaustively. Uh, and master, one of the master M said in one of it is for your like food you require for digestion. It will require, it is for your mind. You require it. You have to meditate it, know the actual meaning of the exact word. So here Mahatma did not explain what is uh, mystery, what is eternity, and said it is purposely held, means covered. So we'll go to the next slide. The continuation of editor note. Here the bold letter in this para, it is made by me for your better understanding. HBB note, HBB is editor of the Theosophist magazine. It is her note. This may seem incomprehensible to the average reader, for it is one of the most abstruse of the tenets of the occult truth, particularly occult means Mahatma noted it point 16. It is in the handwriting of Mahatma, the Western world. So this poles apart, this North Pole, South Pole, then God and a devil, Satan, and a death of innumerable humanity. It is all, say, the most abstruse of the tenets of the occult truth, occult doctrine. Then further, it is the wordings of Blavatsky that nature is dual. We can understand it. Nature is dual. Given an example, there is a physical and a material side, as there is a spiritual, moral side to it. And there is both good and evil in nature, in it, and the latter necessary to light. Evil is necessary for good, so also uh, darkness is necessary for the light. So nature is always in dual. There is a physical and material side in the nature. There is spiritual and moral side in the nature. So also there is both good and evil in nature. Then next point, important point, to force oneself upon the current of immortality, or rather to secure for oneself an endless series of rebirths as conscious of individuals. So one can to force oneself upon the current of immortality means to be one of immortality, or rather, Blavatsky says, to secure for oneself an endless series of rebirth. To secure endless series of rebirth as a conscious individualities. When as an individual, conscious individual, you can change your life. You can change your series of rebirth. That is now, even you have the capacity to do that. So next slide, one must be co-worker with the nature. So to be with a God side, to know the divinity, you have to become a co-worker with nature, either for the good or for the bad, in her work of creation and reproduction, or in that of destruction. So either way, you are helpful to the nature, or either way, you are helpful to destruction of the nature. So in the present civilization, the destruction is going on in many parts of the world. You will see Gaza incident, you will see many type of war is going on. People are developing a lot of arms and ammunitions for the destruction of the destroyers. So it is all there. So Blavatsky notices are there and it is underlined by Mahatma. It is but the useless of it is but the useless of drones, which she gets rid of, violating, ejecting, and making them perish by the millions. 19 point, as self-conscious entities, thus while the good and the pure strive to reach Nipang, means Nirvana, good and pure strive to reach Nirvana, or the state of absolute existence and absolute consciousness, which in the world of finite perception is a non-existence, non-consciousness. So, here Blavatsky mentioned that to self-conscious entities are who, while the good and pure strive to reach Nirvana. Among us, those who are good, sincere, pure, they are making attempt to reach Nirvana. Nirvana is, what is that Nirvana? It is a state of absolute existence. Absolute existence means you have the existence of whole universe. You are in existence. And absolute consciousness. Not only existence, you are aware of everything. Krishna, according to Krishnamurti, as he was aware of the driver, the cycle, the pump, the air, so that you are. That is in the world of finite perception. So Mahatma noted it and Blavatsky explained it beautifully. So we'll go to the next slide. Earlier slide is, this is the new one. Earlier slide is relating to the good people. Here, the wicked, the bad people, the wicked will seek, on the contrary, a series of lives as conscious, definite existence or beings, preferring to be ever suffering under the law of retributive justice. जो कर रहे हैं उसका फल आपको मिलेगा. Whatever you will do, repercussion will fall. Retributive justice. Rather than give up their lives as a portion of the integral universal whole. Being well aware that they can never hope to reach the final rest in pure spirit or nirvana, they cling to live in any form rather than give up that desire of life or tanna, which causes a new aggregation of these skandhas individually to reborn. So here, Mahatma, through Blavatsky explained for us that there are two types of people. One is pursuing to reach nirvana, another is pursuing towards the destruction, and both are on the part of the nature. So the wicked will seek the contrary, not a divine, and a series of life is there. They continue to on the side of destruction. Next is nature is good. Nature is as good a mother to the cruel bird of prey as she is to the harmless dove. Dove, you know. So nature, जैसा आपका mother, she has given birth like a bad son, also good son. Same nature, say like that. Nature is as good a mother to the cruel bird of prey as she is to the harmless dove. Mother Nature, second point of the slide, will punish her child. Mother Nature will punish her child. But since he has become her co-worker, since he has become her co-worker for destruction, she cannot eject him. Eject means she cannot leave him. So you imagine a devil, or say about other, there are Ravanas, there are many stories relating to Mahabharata and Ramayana. So those peoples are, they cannot be ejected. They are co-worker for destruction. Then there are thoroughly wicked and depraved men, yet as a highly intellectual, actually spiritual for evil, as those who are spiritual for good. How beautifully it is explained. On note 24, they are the brothers of the shadow. They are also equally intelligent, equally spiritual, and spiritual for the evil. They, nature cannot eject them because they are also helping them for the destruction. So imagine yourself. Suppose fifth root race is going to be, will face the pralaya. Who will be there to help the pralaya? It is the devil. It is the those who are highly spiritual, intellectual, but on the side of evil. So Mother Nature will punish her child, but since he has become her co-worker, the devils are a co-worker for destruction, she cannot eject them. Then the egos. The egos of these may escape the law of final destruction or annihilation for ages to come. The egos means those Atman who are on the side of devil or evil or bad. That is what Eliphas Levi means by becoming immortal in evil. That is why Blavatsky highlighted it. That is why Eliphas Levi mentioned immortal in evil through identification with Satan. I would though but cold and hot, says the vision of the revelation of Saint John. Saint John is a disciple of Jesus, so he mentioned. So then, because thou art lukewarm, neither cold nor hot, I'll spew thee out of my mouth. The revelation is an absolute Kabbalistic book. It is relating to Kabbalist. We will not go through detail of that Kabbalist philosophy. So heat and cold are the two poles, that is good and evil, spirit and matter. These things are there. So in the manifestation, you will find both types of souls. One is in favor of divinity, another in favor of destruction or evil. So in this slide, nature spews the lukewarm or the useless person of mankind out of her mouth, that is, annihilates them. The nature annihilates those useless person of mankind. This conception that a considerable portion of mankind may, after all, not have immortal soul will not be new even to European readers. There are many humanity who are becoming immortal souls because they don't immortal, they don't have anything to do with the evolution, process of evolution. Then another important, Coleridge himself, another philosopher, like the case of that of an oak tree, bearing indeed millions of acorns, but acorns for which, under nominal conditions, not one in 1,000 ever develop into a tree. Probably this is very abstruse. Probably here I just highlighted this point that many trees are there as a seeds. Out of seeds, a few trees will come up. Out of that small tree to big, only quite strong they can go become a big tree. So that is the reason. But there are, he says that in a oak tree, there are millions of acorns, but acorns of which under the nominal condition, not even in thousands ever developed into tree. Out of thousands, many are not able to stand the, say, about test to become a successful big tree. So suggested that the majority of the acorn failed to develop into a new living tree. Same the case is with the humanity. Many souls are coming, but those who are fit enough, they can stand. So possibility, majority of men fail to develop into a new living entity after this earthly death. We are continually reading the death chapter. Very interesting, very abstruse. It required meditation. Each sentence, each word, what LFS Levy given, what notes prepared by the Blavatsky, and also Mahatma's notes. So the last point today's program is last class, last slide. Majority of men fail to develop into a new living entity after this earthly death. After the earthly death, majority, maybe they are not fit enough to travel to Devashan kingdom, Sargalok, and they may be perished. Like given an example, Akron, the oak tree, that Akron cannot be a big tree. So thank you, brethren, watching this slide. I am now closing this slide, and we will meet again on third part on 8th August after the World Congress is over. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Meenakshi ji will be giving the Hindi translation. Thank you.
सभी को नमस्ते और थैंक यू ब्रदर महापात्रा जी। आज के भाग में हम देखते हैं कि शैतान यह सृष्टि का अंतिम शब्द है, वह अनंत मुक्ति का अंत है। उसने ईश्वर जैसा बनने की चाह की जिसके वह विपरीत है। ईश्वर वह परिकल्पना है जो तर्क के लिए आवश्यक है। शैतान तर्कहीनता के लिए आवश्यक परिकल्पना है जो स्वयं को स्वतंत्र इच्छा के रूप में दावा करता है। मास्टर कहते हैं कि यह सभी विरोधाभासी प्रतीत होते हैं, लेकिन वे है नहीं। अच्छाई में अमर होने के लिए किसी व्यक्ति को ईश्वर के साथ तादात्म्य स्थापित करना होगा। बुराई में अमिट होने के लिए शैतान के साथ। यह आत्माओं की दुनिया के दो ध्रुव है। इन दो ध्रुवों के बीच मानव जाति का एक निरुपयोगी हिस्सा बिना किसी स्मृति के वनस्पति की तरह जीवित रहता है, निरर्थक जीवन बिताता है और मर जाता है। आगे अमरता पर मास्टर की टिप्पणी है। हर्मिटिस्ट के अनुसार वे अमरता की अवधि को लघु चक्र के आरंभ से अंत तक की अवधि तक सीमित रखते हैं। अर्ध अमरत्व, सेमी इमोर्टेलिटी, ऐसा कोई शब्द नहीं है। प्राचीन लोग इसे पैन एयोनिक इटर्निटी कहते हैं, यानी एक कल्प तक की अमरता या एक ऐसा समय काल जिसकी दीक्षा प्राप्त करने वालों के अलावा कोई निश्चित काल सीमा नहीं थी। एओन यानी युग वह समय काल है जिसमें जब तक ब्रह्मांड कायम है तब तक एक व्यक्ति रहता है, और अनंत काल तक भी। अनंत काल यानी इटर्निटी यह एक रहस्यमयी शब्द था और इसे जानबूझकर प्रच्छन्न रखा गया था, ऐसी मास्टर की टिप्पणी है। HPD यानी एडिटर का इस पर नोट है कि यह सामान्य पाठक को समझ के परे लगता है, क्योंकि यह पाश्चात्य गुह्य सिद्धांत के सबसे गूढ़ सिद्धांतों में से एक है। प्रकृति का दोहरा रूप है। इसका एक भौतिक और पदार्थीय पक्ष है, जैसे इसका आध्यात्मिक और नैतिक पक्ष है। इसमें अच्छाई और बुराई दोनों है। बुराई प्रकाश की अवश्यंभावी छाया है। ख्योति के ग्रंथ के वॉल्यूम में लिखा है, ग्रंथ में लिखा है कि अमरत्व की धारा में स्वयं को दृढ़ता पूर्वक लाने के लिए या सचेतन जीवात्मा के रूप में स्वयं के पुनर्जन्मों की एक अंतहीन श्रृंखला सुरक्षित करने के लिए किसी व्यक्ति को प्रकृति के साथ, चाहे अच्छे के लिए हो या बुरे के लिए, उसके सृजन और पुनर्निर्माण के कार्य में या विनाश के कार्य में सहयोगी बनना चाहिए। मास्टर कहते हैं कि यह वाक्य दो प्रकार के दीक्षितों का उल्लेख करता है, सिद्ध पुरुष और वामपंथी। यह तो बेकार के निष्क्रिय जीव है, ऐसा वे कहते हैं, जिनसे वह छुटकारा पाती है। उन्हें प्रचंडता पूर्वक यानी बलपूर्वक बाहर निकालती है और लाखों की संख्या में स्वकेंद्रित सत्ताओं के रूप में नष्ट कर देती है। आगे एलिफा लेवी कहते कि इस प्रकार अच्छे और शुद्ध पवित्र लोग निपांग या निर्वाण पहुंचने का प्रयास करते हैं। निर्वाण पूर्ण चैतन्यमयी और पूर्ण चेतनावस्था है। इसके विपरीत दुष्ट लोग सचेतन रूप से निश्चित अस्तित्व या जीवों के रूप में कई जीवन की तलाश करेंगे और समग्र ब्रह्मांड के एक अविभाज्य अंश के रूप में अपने जीवन को त्यागने के बजाय कर्म के नियम के तहत सदैव पीड़ित रहना पसंद करेंगे। यह भली भांति जानते हुए कि वे कभी भी विशुद्ध आत्मा में अंतिम विश्रांति या निर्वाण प्राप्त करने की आशा नहीं कर सकते, वे किसी भी रूप में जीवन से चिपके रहते हैं, मीडियम्स के माध्यम से। जीवन की इच्छा, चाह या तन्हा को त्यागने के बजाय जो स्कंदों के एक नए समूह का या व्यक्तित्व का पुनर्निर्माण करती है, वे किसी भी रूपों में जीवन से चिपके रहते हैं। प्रकृति क्रूर शिकारी पक्षी के लिए उतनी ही अच्छी माता है जितनी कि अहिंसक कबूतर के लिए है। प्रकृति माता अपने बच्चों को दंड देगी, लेकिन चूंकि वह विनाश के लिए उसका सहयोगी बना है, इसीलिए वह उसे निष्कासित नहीं कर सकती। मास्टर की टिप्पणी है, अगर वे प्रकृति को मजबूर न करे तो वह कल्प के दौरान उन्हें निष्कासित नहीं कर सकती, लेकिन यह यातना और बेइंतहा घृणा का जीवन है। कुछ लोग पूरी तरह से दुष्ट और भ्रष्ट होते हैं, फिर भी वे बुराई के लिए उतने ही अति बुद्धिमान और बुराई के लिए निहायत ही आध्यात्मिक होते हैं जितने कि वे जो अच्छाई के लिए यानी भलाई के लिए आध्यात्मिक होते हैं। मास्टर कहते हैं कि ब्रदर्स ऑफ शैडो यानी वामपंथियों का संघ, यह वामपंथियों का संघ है जैसे है। इनकी जीवात्माएं आने वाले युगों तक अंतिम विनाश या उन्मूलन के नियम से बच सकती है। मास्टर कहते हैं कि अधिकांश जीवात्माओं को इस लोक से 8वें लोक 8th स्फीयर में जाना होगा, लेकिन इनमें से उच्चतर अंतिम निर्वाण की दहलीज तक जीवित रहेंगे। शैतान के साथ तादात्म्य स्थापित करके बुराई में अमिट बनने से एलिफा लेवी का यही आशय है। सेंट जॉन को हुए बोध प्रकाश कहता है, काश तुम ठंडे या गर्म होते, चूंकि तुम गुनगुने हो, न ठंड न गर्म, इसीलिए मैं तुम्हें अपने मुंह से उगल दूंगा। प्रकाशित वाक्य पूर्णतः कव्वालीवादी है। गर्म और ठंड दो ध्रुव जैसे हैं, अर्थात अच्छाई और बुराई, आत्मा और पदार्थ। प्रकृति अपने मुंह से यानी धरती से गुनगुने या मानव जाति के बेकार हिस्से को उगल देती है, निष्कासित करती है, अर्थात उनका विनाश कर देती है। मानव जाति के बड़े हिस्से में अमर आत्माएं नहीं हो सकती। यह धारणा यूरोपीय पाठकों के लिए भी नई नहीं होगी। कोलरिज ने इस स्थिति की तुलना एक ओक के वृक्ष से की, जिस पर लाखों फल लगे हैं, लेकिन सर्वसाधारण परिस्थिति में 1000 में से एक भी फल कभी पेड़ के रूप में नहीं विकसित होता है। और उन्होंने कहा कि जैसे अधिकांश ओक के फल एक नए जीवित पेड़ के रूप में विकसित नहीं हो पाए, वैसे ही संभवतः अधिकांश मनुष्य इस सांसारिक मृत्यु के बाद एक नए जीवित प्राणी के रूप में विकसित होने में विफल रहते हैं। थैंक यू। नमस्ते।
Thank you, sister. So we open up for any additions or discussions. Vibhaji is here again. Yes. Vibhaji, would you like to add something? Anybody else would like to add anything? Most welcome. Basically, this topic on shaitan is more connected to the Abrahamic religions like the Muslim or Christian religions. I don't think there is anything much about the shaitan in Hinduism or in Zoroastrianism. I think Firoza and Zeno may be able to confirm this. I'm not sure whether there is any mention of the Saturn in Zoroastrianism. Is there? Would you like to comment on this, sir? Firoza and Zenu, master?
No comments. No comments. Huh? Thank you. Huh? Everything was well
Is there,
explained.
I
Okay.
was asking you whether there is a mention of the Saturn in Zoroastrianism.
Pardon, I didn't hear you.
Is there a mention of the Saturn in SATA and Saturn in Zoroastrianism?
That is Saturn. Yes, yes. Hariman. He is called Hariman. Ahirman. Hariman. And we
Okay.
keep on in our prayers. We say, "I denounce Hariman. Let him go away from us," etc., etc. All of some of our prayers mention that.
All right.
Hariman.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you.
Good day.
Yes, Vibhaji.
Yes, good evening. Namaste, everybody. So I just wanted to add that even in Hinduism, this concept of good and evil, it is there. See, what we call as Asur. Sur is the Devata, the good, the evil. And that is what mankind strives to become, the good. And Asur is the Rakshas. So they are the evil. But Asur are also highly spiritual, just as it has been mentioned. And Pradip ji said that they are also very high in spirituality, but in evil. So Asura are also very high in spirituality. If you read the Puranic stories, they mention that the Asurs, they meditated or they did tapasya, and then Shiva grants them boon or Devi grants them boon. So they are highly spiritual, but they use their powers for evil. So this concept of Devata and Asur, it is there in all of Indian scriptures also.
Yes. It is
But
there.
in this, I'd like to know really, like for example, our literature says that the devas are the shining angels who are responsible for the physical evolution of everything. But the asuras are also mentioned as also responsible for some part of the evolution in one of the rounds. I don't know which round it is, first or second round. there is a mention of the asuras. They are asuras also some form of some counter type of devas in form. Can we call them like astral forms, or they are not? Would you like to venture an answer on this?
I don't know whether Pradip ji would like to say something on this.
No. They have their capacity.
Hmm.
They have the capacity to transform themselves into astral form and do many things. So also those who are on the side of divinity, they have that capacity also. So Asuras, of course, that is a fourth round, a third round, or maybe third root races. They are there, but equally they are also doing some work which is on the side of destruction, as Eliphas Levi mentioned and mentioned by Blavatsky. Both are also helping the nature in their own ways. And maybe they are
Okay.
also doing. And the most important thing, what I marked here while presenting, there are many humanity that are given an oak tree example. Across many are not able to become a tree. So maybe either way, there are many humanities annihilated or perished. They are not able to stand. Either way, you have to stand on your own feet to become a good or become a worst. In between, middle persons, they have no future in this cycle, I think. Very
So
interesting.
this 60,000 millions, this is only for the Earth. This is humanity only is for Earth, or it goes to other planets also?
Probably the earth chains, and in that particular state of stage, they are there. They may be more or less in the other, in the astral world, in the physical world, also in the other four stages of the Rupa locals. Total, they have not given. A little bit of brother little bit given over 60 millions or something like that. I don't know. He has the insight. I had the insight, so that is the reason he has given this type of comments. Very interesting letter. Anyway, thank you.
Pradip sir.
Thank
Pradip sir.
Yes.
So in the letter, it is mentioned there are good on one side and evil on the other side, as it is like poles, North Pole and South Pole. So in between, it is useless. Mankind, they say. What does it mean, sir? What does it mean?
It means there are many people, they are not progressing in any field. So you have to develop as well as you have to progress. Suppose you will remain, as the brother Lidbitter mentioned, there are many people who are doing left, right in one place. You have to progress, because they will ultimately, when the judgment day will come, they will be nowhere. So probably it is the mention of those people who are neither progressing, either ways, neither in the divinity side or in the helping the nature, uh, in the progress of the humanity or progress of the evolution, helping the evolution or destruction of the evolution. There, those people who in between two poles, them are stands nowhere. And the oak tree example is a very beautiful example. You will find many seeds are there in the under the mud. They all will not be become that small tree, and all are many types of incident will happen. So the here they have pointed out here, Eliphas Levi, Blavatsky, and Mahatma pointed out those who are strong enough, they will survive. Maybe in the next round, next chain, they may prosper. So that was the idea behind it.
Yes, sir.
Those
Thank
two.
you. Thank you. Thank you.
Welcome. Some Italian
Thank you
is
so
here.
much, Brother
Italian
Pradip.
is here. She can
He's here.
closing prayer.
Yes. Thank you so much, Sister Mitalini. Please give us the closing prayer. And also, while we pray, let us all pray for all those people who are going to Canada. Let them have a safe trip and let them spread their positive and beautiful brotherly energy in that part of the world. Yes, Sister Mitalini.
Namaste to all. Om Asato ma satgamaya tamaso ma jyotirgamaya mrityurma maya सर्वे भय सन्तु निरामणि पश्यन्तु न कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत् ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्ति
Thank you. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.